Let me tell you why I love this simple photo by Greg Kahn. Okay, this photo is one of my favorite photos, and it's really simple. It's just a photo of a Bible on a white background. It was taken by photographer Greg Kahn, who is one of my favorite photographers. And so this image is from a project that he did called 3mm, about a town on Maryland's eastern shore. And the tide is rising 3mm every single year. And so the people that he photographed for this project are the final strongholds for this town. It's a pretty unnerving photo story, but it's a really great narrative about climate change without being really heavy-handed about climate change itself. It's talking about the human perspective and the way that people are trying to keep faith that their home is going to remain intact. What's really great about this project is that it shows a lot of different people. There are a lot of different families, but they are all linked in a really seamless way, which is the sign of like a very good photo essay. And this image in particular is one of my favorite shots from the entire photo essay. And it's really simple. And so I think a lot of people don't understand why I find it so powerful. But I think in the context of the story, it really tells a lot. Okay, so first of all, detail shots are really important when you are putting together an entire photo essay. It's really tempting, and I have been guilty of this. This is one of the biggest criticisms that I've received through different portfolio reviews, is that I don't have enough good detail shots, but I can identify them. And so typically when you are making a photo essay, you want portraits, landscapes, and details. And the details are the pauses between the big moments that you are photographing. They kind of get you from one place to another. And usually there's a little bit of depth there. It kind of aids in the story without being too in your face about it. And so there's a lot of really great detail shots in this story. The Bible itself is really interesting. And as a photographer, I kind of wonder what the moment was like for Kahn when he was at somebody's house or at a church and saw this Bible and then, took the time to place it on a table and set up his lighting and take this image it's not straight on. It's not, he's not having somebody hold the Bible. Like, he wanted this to be a pause in the story for you to think about, what does this Bible mean? And in the context of the larger photo essay, we see a lot of different families, we see a lot of different people. And so this Bible kind of helps you understand that this is a deeply religious community. And it tells us that the people here, they have faith, and they're really praying and hoping that their home is going to be okay and that it's going to survive. So the Bible itself is an interesting artifact. It has a lot going on. There's a lot for you to look at. And then the image with the placement of the Bible, it feels like there's a lot for your eye to explore. It can go down the entire binding, which is taped together, which shows that somebody has opened this Bible a lot. There's a pen on the inside cover. Somebody is using this Bible to take a lot of notes, and you can see from the tattered lower right-hand corner that somebody is, there's like stationery or note paper in there. And so either somebody is storing things in there or using that as like another means for note taking. And then there are all of the paper clips. I don't understand the paper clips, but it's really intriguing. And the crease down the middle, you can imagine somebody folding back the Bible so many times over so many years that it causes this crease. I think that this photo is truly fantastic. I think it's fantastic on its own because you just have so much to look at and so much to wonder about. But then in the context of the larger photo essay, it aids in the story, in understanding that the people who live here, they don't want to leave, even though the tide is rising and their home is literally sinking, but they don't want to leave. And part of what is keeping them there is their faith. And it seems like everybody in this community does center their lives around the church. And this photo helps tie that in. And I think that's what makes this photo so great. So if you want to see Greg Kahn's full project, 3mm, I'll link that in the description below. Be sure to check out his work because it is absolutely wonderful. You can spend a lot of time on his website just looking through all of his amazing portraits. And thanks for watching.